HarperCollins presents The Serpent Under, Treachery, Twists and Terror in Baker Street by Bonnie MacBird. Read by Simon Darwen. For Ryan Johnson.
Note to the reader. English gypsy or Romani characters appear in this story. In Holmes and Watson's time, such travelers were called gypsies and sometimes Romani, though at present Roma is more common. Even today, vehement disagreement on the correct nomenclature persists, and I could not discover consensus. I hope that those listening to this story will understand that gypsy, used here in Watson's tale, reflects the era in which he wrote, and that no slight is intended by him or by me as I bring this historic tale to light. The listeners can trust that Watson, as he always does, writes of individuals, not types. Prologue. History unfurls, and has always done so in twisted, meandering strands, looping and weaving and doubling back on itself. It is peace, it is war, it is plague, it is famine, it is drought, flood, earthquake, winter, and then once again it is summer. In the tumultuous modern times during which this manuscript came to light, I took refuge in a trip back to what many imagine was a simpler era. The late Victorian age in England conjures up images of golden gaslit streets in which mist shrouds the details, of silk top hats and kid gloves, bright yellow opera capes and lorgnettes, lace-covered tables laden with fine china, and heaped platters of chops and buttery vegetables. Perhaps we imagine elegant gentlemen recounting the adventures of the day at fireside, over a pipe and a brandy. Well, in some places it must have been exactly that. For Sherlock Holmes, it was not simply a golden era. Dastardly crimes abounded in the city and beyond. In this adventure, which Watson called The Serpent Under, their journey took them from Windsor Castle to some unusual and dark corners of London, plunging them into politics and physical peril, while challenging the great intellect to solve more deaths in a single case than ever in his career. Of course, we may expect the detective's path to be fraught with danger, and like an undulating jungle river, filled with threats from beneath the surface. Treachery loves a hiding spot, and as Lady Macbeth said to her husband, "Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it." If you have read my other accounts, you will know that what follows is Watson's account verbatim, from a manuscript found in a trove bequeathed to me by a woman from the British Library. All words are his, except for certain areas of this 130-year-old manuscript, in which the ink is blurred, or a random tear in the paper made parts unreadable. Once again, I beg the listener's forbearance as I attempt to fill in the odd missing sentence or paragraph. Meanwhile, may the recounting of this tale distract you from current world events, over which one has little say, as it has distracted me. Bonnie MacBird, London, December 2024.
Part 1. A Twist of Fate. Love hath made thee a tame snake. William Shakespeare. Chapter 1. Heffy. London. March 1891 is marked in my notes as the month in which Sherlock Holmes and I encountered one of the most twisted and diabolical set of cases ever to slither across the threshold of 221B. The tangle of mysteries I call The Serpent Under enmeshed Sherlock Holmes and me along with him in a conundrum which propelled us from some very arcane corners of the city to the glittering pinnacle of the British Empire, took more lives than any other single case of our careers, and nearly cost us our own. It is said that every man has a weakness. Every man has an Achilles heel. Equally true, no man is without enemies. Either can be our downfall, and our guard must be up at all times against the serpent which may lie beneath the surface, ready to rob us of our best intentions, our lofty aspirations, our souls. This adventure, which I am about to relate, reveals
Sample complete. Ready to continue?